Are you trying to crush social media this year? Did you make a New Year's resolution this year to post more content? Are you trying to take a warm dump on the chest of your competitors? Well, if you said yes to at least one of those questions, you're on the right video, people. What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we're gonna talk cameras, and I'm gonna give you the 3 cameras I think every single DJ should own. Now I'm making this video because I've been preaching my ass off lately about content and posting on social media and building that presence up and, you know, marketing yourself in that way, because it literally is everything. It's like the key to everything nowadays. If you don't market yourself on social media, good luck getting booked or good luck charging a decent rate, you know? And if you haven't seen any of my videos on this, they're all over my channel. I'll pop them through here, you know, up top every once in a while if you want to check those out. But anyway, the bottom line is too many people tell you to post on social media, but not enough tell you how to do it or give you real life tricks, tips, nuggets to help you through this sort of thing, because, you know, it's not easy. Now, the fact that these 3 cameras all shoot differently really is the major key, because it gives you different kinds of angles, different kinds of pictures with different kinds of feelings, you know, so you're not posting the same shit over and over again. I mean, if you follow any DJs on social media, we kind of all have the same posts at one time or another. You know, we kind of have our like most common DJ posts. I mean, I'm sure you can name one, right? Like we all know the classic DJ selfie, or the classic DJ selfie with a point. Wait, I got it. How about I got something really serious I want to talk to you guys about picture. You know what I mean? Like, or how about that confident picture because you're about to post like a motivational quote, you know, that confident, like. Or one of my favorites is when DJs, like, I guess don't have anything else to post. They have like no ideas, so they just take a picture of them doing something random and every day and post about it and tell you about it, like completely random, you know? Like lighting a candle. All jokes aside, when you're posting on social media, when you're doing this sort of thing, you want to stand out, right? You want to have some type of competitive advantage. You want to have cool pictures that set you apart from your competition, and having different cameras that do different things really helps with that. So if you're looking to do that, you're on the right video. Let's get into this, people. So the first camera every single DJ should have is a smartphone. Say what? Now, I made smartphones number 1 because they really are important. I get content from smartphones all the time, like all the time. The newer smartphones especially, they take legit pictures and video, and they have different camera angles. Like the iPhone or some of the Androids, you know, you can have wide angle lenses, zoom lenses, like actual like telephoto zoom. It's only like 2x or 3x, but still, they're legit. So if you haven't invested in a good iPhone, a good Android, like a good smartphone in general, I highly recommend doing that up front and having that, and let that be your first camera, because you're gonna get some great photos out of that, and they're really good in low light now, like in everything. They're just constantly getting better and better. So if you're one of those people that still have an iPhone 6 from years ago and you don't really update your phones often, you think it's like, oh, it's just for calling and texting, what's the big deal? Well, that thing could take some serious pictures. And if you don't have a good camera, then it's just a no-brainer. Upgrade to the newest iPhone, the newest Android, and use that camera first. Learn how to take pictures on that camera first. You're gonna get some great content, and you'll have a little better phone signal, you know, and all those new features too. It's like a win-win. Camera number 2 I think every DJ should have is a point and shoot. So a point and shoot camera is essentially a digital camera. Like, you remember back in the day when you stopped using film and everyone bought digital cameras and then they shot with them or whatever. I mean, that's essentially what they are. They're the modern version of the digital camera. It's an all-in-one camera, right? There's no separate lenses. The lens is built in, and the newer point and shoots all have flip-up screens, so you can see like what you're videotaping or what you're shooting in general, right? Which is super useful, and one of the big reasons why I think they would work for any DJ. Like, every DJ really should own one. Like, with your point and shoot camera, you can get headshots, you can film vlogs, you can film YouTube videos like I'm doing right now on a point and shoot. You could stream live to Twitch or anywhere else with them, because they have HDMI outs and apps that allow these cameras to basically become webcams, which is super cool. They're just super solid, super affordable, and super easy to use. So even if I just want to pose a picture, if I don't have like anybody with me to like help me shoot it, I can put my point and shoot, my G7X on a tripod, basically set the timer on it, press the button, it counts down 10 seconds, I frame my shot with the flip up screen, and then And that's it, and that's how I get my pictures. It's that easy. When it comes to what kind of point and shoot, I mean, do your research. I have a G7X Mark III. I know a lot of people have the Mark II and still use that and love that. I know Sony has like an RX100 and then a VR1, I believe it's called. And then Nikon has their own. I mean, everybody has like their own, every brand has their own kind of point and shoot. So do your research, like check it out. Whatever works best for you, get. But regardless, I think it's a fantastic camera and the content you can get is insane. Now the third and final camera is kind of a big nugget. It's kind of part of my secret sauce. Whenever I take a picture with this camera and I post it, I always get at least 1 or 2 people asking me like, how did you take that picture? Like, whoa, like what, how did you even do that? I don't understand what's going on here. These cameras are just like a form of sorcery. It's just insane to me how they work. And they're a newer technology that came out the last like 5 or 6 years, you know, where it's like cheap enough for like a regular consumer to buy it and all that. So it's definitely newer. And that is a 360 camera. So this is what a 360 camera looks like, or mine anyway, right? I have the Insta360 1X here. And essentially what it does is it has 2 big bubble lenses on either side, and it takes a 360 photo of everything all the way around it. So it takes like 2 photos, 180, 180, and it stitches it somehow so it's one big photo. So when you take a picture with this thing, you take a picture of everything. When you videotape with this thing, you videotape everything. And that kind of makes the possibilities endless. So first of all, these things aren't a lot of money. I think mine was like $300 or $400. You know, I think the higher end, like the Theta V or whatever it's called, is like $1,000. I think that's like the best one for pictures apparently or whatever. There's probably a lot more that came out. Like I'm not like up to date. Again, just like with all these cameras, like figure out what works best for you. I'm not saying to buy an iPhone. I'm not saying to buy the G7X. I'm not saying to buy this one. I mean, do some research on 360 cameras and figure out which one works best for you. I like this one a lot. I think it takes a fantastic video, fantastic photos, and I'm gonna explain a couple things I use this for that really help set me apart. Number 1, really cool photos. Because this takes 360 photos, you can shrink the 360 photo down and combine it into like a flat regular photo, like in a square or like landscape, and it shows way more, like almost like a fisheye angle look of things than like any other lens could do. So you can fit more in one photo than you could shooting it with a normal lens, if that makes sense. And it's really cool for like, you know, basically the point of view angle of us DJing. Like I love taking 360 pictures of my setup, like my furniture and whatnot. I'll basically place this right by my crossfader, you know what I mean? Like right above my crossfader, so my crossfader will be right here, and it'll take a picture, like point of view from down here and then up, and then it shows like my whole setup and then the whole ballroom I'm in, everything, and it makes for a really cool angle for a photo. And once you get a feel for like how this thing shoots, you'd be surprised at what kind of angles, what kind of like photo ideas you'll come up with. And besides photo, this thing does video too, 360 video, and there's something about 360 video that I think so many people sleep on. See, you gotta realize when you're filming in 360, you're filming absolutely everything. And because of that, it gives you unlimited angles. So what I do, I'll put this up on a stand and I'll just leave this somewhere, right? Like maybe on the side of me while I'm DJing or whatever, high enough on the stand, right? And I'll let it film 360 all the way around. And then when I go to edit the 360 video, I can take a frame, a section of that video at any point and use that just as a regular video, not in 360 mode, but just like 1920 by 1080, just like this video is. So if you're filming 360, I can take video just from the crowd, right? I can take video just of me DJing. I can take video of the ceiling. I can take video of the floor. Like I can have all those angles because it's filming 360. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're not sure what I'm talking about with this, I have the perfect example. So right before the Rona hit, I had a New Year's Eve wedding where they wanted a big ass confetti drop, and I got this big confetti machine. Like it's insane. It's like what they use at the Super Bowl stadiums and shit. Like I packed 10 pounds of confetti and it used like a CO2 tank to blast it or whatever. Anyway, that's here nor there. I knew this confetti drop was gonna be epic and I wanted to get every angle possible, but I only had like so many cameras. So what I did was I set my 360 camera up on the stage, just chilling on a stand, and I was able to get multiple angles of blasting everybody in the face with confetti with only this one camera.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Here we go! different angles, all the different ways I showed the confetti come out, that's all filmed with one camera, just that one 360 camera. And it's really cool because it looks like I have 10 cameras. It looks like I have 8 different camera angles going all over the place. It's really just one. That's it. This is what this video is all about. I'm trying to introduce you guys into the world of photography, into the world of content creating, you know? And as you get good, as you get into it, then maybe buy a DSLR or like more higher end stuff, you know what I mean? Because that was the next thing I'm waiting for, a comment. Oh, why don't you tell them to get a DSLR? You know, the point and shoot, you know, it does have limitations. There's limitations with the point and shoot, you know, the dynamics of the f-stop and I don't give a shit about that, okay? It's all about simplicity and just ease of use, timers, things you can use on your own, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're not gonna do it. I mean, you could buy a DSLR all day, but like, who's gonna like, you know, adjust the focus for you? Just start small and then build up to the fancy shit. Because there's nothing wrong with starting small, people. You're still starting, and that's what it's all about. That's the theme of this video. That's the theme of all my other videos where I'm talking about this shit. If you haven't already, start posting content. Start crushing online and raise your damn prices while you're at it, because you're worth it. Like, we're gonna bring this whole thing up, people. We are gonna come out of this damn pandemic screaming. Now, for those of you that own any of these cameras or have experience with any of them, let us know in the comments. Let us know like what's good, what's bad, like what we should get. What are your recommendations? I'm always looking for new shit too, so. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it incredibly useful. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. I'm posting videos all the time, people. We're on the way to 10K. Let's get there. But in the meantime, I love you all, and I'll see you at the next one.